Well, extremely, really proud of our guys. We've challenged them over the last 2 weeks, and what we did against Cal and Stanford were good steps in the right direction. But as I told them all week, and I've made it very clear to everybody, this is the best team we've played in this building since Cincinnati. And I wanted to see where we were. And, I think we took a really big step today because this is a really good basketball team with a lot of experience and a lot of talent that we just beat. And I thought we fought. I thought both teams fought hard. You're coming off a bye week, so it's kind of USC week. And I got to give my managers credit. It kind of started with our MGRs because they got a big managerial win on Monday night, and we've been pumping them up ever since. So this week got off started, with a lot of good motivation just because our managers were able to get a win. So big shout out to our managers as well. Any questions?
Steve, what were the defensive priorities against them? It seemed like
I thought, obviously not knowing what Boatwright was going to be, but Metu, because his minutes were down, Metu and McLaughlin are always going to be keys in my mind with them. And I thought on both of those guys, we did a really good job. I thought we made Metu earn things. And what can you say about Aaron Holiday? If you just look at that matchup, Aaron Holiday just does it game in, game out. And I think Aaron proved again he's one of the best point guards in the country, and he proved that tonight. So I think those were good because I think we made Aaron be a scorer, and he hadn't been a scorer. So I thought those things were good because guys that traditionally aren't used to doing that, you're making them do something different. And so I thought those were big keys for us. But we got some stops. We got some really key stops in the second half, and I'm proud of our toughness. We were down. We were up one. They call time, and they go on a big run, and all of a sudden we're down, I think, 69-60. And I thought we proved a lot of our toughness from that point on because, you're down 9 inside 8 minutes to a team like this. That's not easy. And for us to win, I think we've grown. We've grown a lot in the last 2 weeks, and now we got to take our show to the road. So I'm excited about where we're at.
What was the explanation you got where the flagrant versus the technical? And it seemed like that maybe pumped you guys.
The explanation was that Alex threw him to the ground, and then their player wrapped our guy up. So one was a flagrant one was I guess a technical. It was the way it was. The part I liked was, I got to pick who got shoot the free throws. That part I liked.
Tussle plays. The first one was with Gigi, and then that one. It seemed like it kind of pumped you guys up.
Regardless of those plays, there were other plays of defensive stops, challenging of shots. I just thought we did a good job of just battling, and it wasn't like we led the whole game. So part of our growing and maturing as a basketball team is what do you do when you're down? And getting down to this team's not easy because they got so many guys that can shoot the basketball, and I thought we got very key stops late in the game. We won the last 2-minute game, and that's what you got to do. And so I think we proved ourselves in a lot of ways, and for that I'm very pleased.
Can you talk about the importance of Tom hitting those last 2 free throws in that last sequence there?
Well, and he made a big 3. He just that sucker's unbelievable, and great birthday present for him. He turned 22 today and gets 21 and 8 wearing a mask. It's just amazing to me. I played the game for a long time, and I can't imagine playing in a mask. And for what he's doing for us, and he's basically played in a mask since Stanford. So he's played basically the entire league season, minus 3 games, in a mask, and he's averaging a double-double. He just very special player. Whatever credit he gets, he needs that about 4 times that because I think he's that special.
Going back to that double technical or flagrant call with Oleszynski and Rikesovic, how big of a momentum shift was that when he missed both their free throws and then Aaron steps up and
I don't know. I think it was big for the crowd. It was big for the crowd, I think that, because it got the crowd even that much more energized. I thought we had a great crowd tonight. Really appreciate the energy that was in that building. We've only got 2 home games left, so we're going to need them in 2 weeks when the Oregons come to play. And obviously got some seniors that have been very special to our program once we come back. So very much appreciate the support we got. But I don't know what it is. When somebody misses 2 free throws, we get free what? So I think that always jacks up the crowd when they get something free. So those 2 free throws plus Aaron makes it, and then we get the ball out of bounds, that's huge.
You mentioned the 2 home games coming up. You got 5 of 7 on the road to finish out the Pac-12. Did you talk about that going into the game and the importance of getting this game based on what you have left the rest of the?
No, because I don't talk to the team much about road game, home game. It's the next league game. So if you do that, I think, Ben, what happens is then guys, they expect to win home games and then they almost expect to lose road games. And I don't like that. It's the next game. And our next game is tough. The next game after that's going to be tough. And we come back home, it's going to be tough. This league there's a lot of parity. And it's going to be hard going to the desert. But that's our next task. And we didn't talk about what happens beyond today. It was all week. Our preparation was making sure we got better from Stanford. And I thought in the last 3 games here at home, Cal, Stanford, SC, we've gotten better. And so that the guys, get a job well done. I think we've improved and we've had some guys grow up.
Do you put extra significance on a victory over your crosstown rival 3 in a row now?
No, I mean, obviously it's a rival, but they're just very good. This is a team that's got 7 of their 9 that are playing. They've played in this building. They've won games against us. This group, 2 years ago, won in here. So my concern going in was we didn't have a lot of guys other than Gigi, Tom, and Aaron. 5 of our 8 really hadn't played against SC or understand the rival. So I was very pleased with how our young guys stepped up and met the challenge. I thought Chris Smith was terrific in the first half. I thought Alex played very tough and hard-nosed, which is what he's got to do. And I thought Jalen and Chris, I thought those guys did a really good job. Chris Wilkes scoring and doing what he was doing. And Jalen, I thought, really matured in this game. So those things are big. And Prince never got going in the offensive column, but I thought he did some really good things defensively. So for the guys in the first time in their rival game, those 5, I thought they passed the grade because that's not easy.
Coach, you mentioned Chris Smith in the first half. I think he was a team high +7 there. What did you like from him? Do you like his aggressiveness, taking it to the hoop? Or?
No, terrific. And I think and young players, that's part of learning because I thought in the second half he was ready in the first half. The second half he was too casual. And then in a game like this, in a tight game, I can't continue to play, so it affects minutes. And I told him that afterwards. I thought his first half was terrific. Because he was aggressive and he was ready to play. And as a young player, those are the lessons you got to learn, that you were passive and not aggressive in the second half. That's going to affect your minutes and things. So I thought in the first half he gave us a good boost off the bench. He was really good.
Coach, you mentioned maturity, but what are some of the other ways in which you've seen the team mature and improve in these last 3
Well,
months?
we've had a big emphasis on moving the ball offensively, and I thought we did that in this homestand. We had 3 straight games of taking care of the basketball and getting high percentage shots. It didn't mean we made all the shots, but tonight was a game we shot over 50%. We only had 12 turnovers. Against SC in our losses, we've had beyond 15, 16 turnovers. So we've stressed that all week. And I thought we took care of the ball today. So we grew up there offensively. And then defensively, since coming home from the Oregons, it's really been about 4-minute games of efficiency. If you have 8 possessions, it's got to be 8 or fewer points. And we had some tonight that weren't very good, and we had to respond from that. And I think we've had trips where we've never been able to kind of shut the water off when people scored on us. And in this homestand, when teams have got into runs, in particular this game, we were able to shut the water off and get a stop. And so that's maturity. And we've got to continue to do that defensively if we're going to be able to do the things we got to do here late in the season.
You had a 10-0 run in the first half. Gigi had 2 blocks and 2 baskets during that. Is this role really settling into this role? Well,
Gigi's a senior. Alex is been here 3 years, but obviously a redshirt. But I thought those 2 guys were keys. I thought we had a really good run in the first half when we rested Tom. Tom got a little winded and tired, and we took him out, and I actually got to rest Tom a little bit more than what I usually would. Just because of how well Alex and Gigi were playing together. I think we actually even won those minutes. And that's crucial, that when we can take Tom out, I don't anticipate taking Aaron out. I really don't. But if we have to take Aaron out, then somebody else got to step up. But when we rest Tom, it's crucial that we don't have slippage. And tonight I thought Alex and Gigi fought, and they played very aggressively, and I think really helped us when we were able to rest Tom.
Early in the game, it looked like they were intent on trying to get Tom in foul trouble. They gave it to Maytu a lot. He weathered that. I mean, is that just an indication of how much he's grown over the year?
And just how good he is. He's just really good. It doesn't matter if we got 4 guards out there with him or we're big with him. Tom's just very good. And Tom's a hard matchup. He's been a hard matchup for them since he's been here because he can pick and pop. And he used to be a 12, 15-foot guy. Now how many threes did he make tonight? He makes 3 threes. So if you look at their bigs and our bigs, he out makes them in threes with all their bigs combined. That's special when you have a 7-footer that can make threes and then put him in the paint and then put him at the free throw line. He's just got so many different weapons, and we can use him so many different ways. And I thought you're right. They did come at him early, and I thought he was smart in not getting in foul trouble and just walling up and trying to make those guys score over the top of him.